Okay, this one we got from Mr. Brian and Mr. Brian. They have a crane ramp coming out of their building that they have to make sure is within 30% slope. So they sent me sent me a list of points. So I'm just going to go ahead and import those. Crane ramp. Everything looks good. We're going to turn draw points off because I want to change a few settings, and that actually already has those points in there because I did this before. So we'll do ramp 2. Got 30 points. So go into points, draw locate. I'm going to set my point symbol. I'm going to turn off descriptions and elevations and draw all. Select the CRD file, and there we go. Okay, so what we want to do is create a surface based on those points. So we're going to go into change the triangulation file name, and we're going to put in existing ramp. We're going to leave our shrink wrap perimeter reduction on high. Change our contour, it's already at 1 foot. Hit OK. Do a crossing window. Hit enter. Alright, so it didn't wrap around this corner, so let's redo that. We're going to erase that. Shrink wrap's already on high. Try medium. There we go. Okay, so there's the existing ramp. Now it doesn't look like it starts sloping up till about here. So what we're going to do is turn off the proposed surface, slope arrows, and the triangulation lines. Now I am going to draw a 3D poly, no, I'm going to draw a line, just a regular line. Let me change the layer. Alright, change the color, blue. And let's do slope. Do that one in red. So let's see if we use those. Alright, so I want to change my layer to lines, and I'm going to come in here, create a line from that point to that point. And what I want to do is extend this line a little bit, because what we're gonna do is a 3D polyline offset. So first thing we do, so that line is just in between these 2 points. We've extended it. It's going to stay on the same slope. Okay, so we want to keep that. And type plan. I don't know where everything went. For some reason, there's something way out there. Okay. So I'm going to draw a 3D polyline, and I'm unchecking this. last time I did it, I checked it, so I'm going to show you in just a second. We're going to leave that elevation adder at 0. We're going to change this. Now we're going to leave this to proposed because we want to do the proposed percent slope. Alright, so come up here, use my endpoint snap. Start here, I'm going to let it interpolate the elevation. Do the endpoint snap again and let it interpolate the elevation. Now I'm done with that. So now what I want to do is a 3D polyline utilities and the offset 3D polyline. Now I want to do this as a constant, and we're going to leave the layer to proposed. Hit OK. Now down here I'm going to change the setting to percent, and just so you know, I tried 30, it was way short. I'm going to go 10 just for the effect. So I'm going to hit 10, and I'm going to do the common elevation of 1165. Select the polyline and the way I want it offset, or which side I want to offset. So I hit enter. Now come in here and I'm going to turn off points, the text, point numbers, and my lines layer. Okay, so I've got 2 lines here. As you can see, it's a 30%, I'm sorry, 10% slope. Actually, you know what? Let me do this. Get rid of that. Alright. So this is our 30% slope up to 1165, I'm sorry, 10% slope up to 1165. And I'm going to triangulate and contour these 2 lines. I'm going to do the proposed ramp number 2. Hit save and hit OK. I'm going to select that line, hit enter. Alright, so now I've got a pretty straightforward slope here. What I want to do is turn the points back on, and that's really all. Now let me see here. There we go. Okay, so what I want to be able to do is have a 3D polyline that is elevated to the surface that we just made and follows that ramp orientation. So I'm going to go up here to draw 3D polyline. Now I'm going to turn this checkbox on, use surface model from file, and we're going to propose to change the layer name. Alright, so which surface file do I want to use? Proposed ramp 2, hit open. Alright, so now what I can do is go in here to my snaps. We'll do intersection, hit OK. Alright, now I'm going to start on this side. I'm going to start it, let it interpolate the elevation. Same thing, I'm just clicking on a point, letting it interpolate the elevation. And I'm just following the points. Oops, looks like I missed one. Go over here to the other side. Okay, and might as well close it off. Alright, now if we rotate that, you can see that the points are elevated. The line work that I just created, this white line here, is in the same X and Y as the point number, but it's snapped to the surface model that I created earlier. So that's what we wanted. Okay, PLAN. Now what I can do is turn off this one, that one, that one, that one, points, point numbers. Alright, I can delete these two lines, get rid of that line, go up here, create a new surface, call it new ramp, and hit OK. Now this is one entity because I created a polyline, so I'm going to hit enter, and it's going to do triangulate and contour for that ramp. Now what we can do, once we have that new ramp established, we can do a comparison, volumes by triangulation. So your existing surface would be the existing ramp, and then the final surface would be new ramp. Hit open. We're not going to do any exclusions. Not going to enter anything for the cut and swell factor, and we get cut volume, fill volume. I may have done those backwards, but that gives you the gist of it. So, all right, let me know if that worked out for y'all.